Now it's time for Straight on the Point with Jesse T. from some undisclosed location somewhere in the world. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Jesse T.
Oh my gosh, I am back on the air and everywhere in Southern California. Can you imagine? From the community to the world, we are happening in the place to be. You and me, as my volume goes up and down, and Lee, the master of technology, is messing with my head like he does every day in the beginning of the show just to see if I'm on fire and I'm red hot and rolling. It's Jesse T. It's time for the Jesse T Show, and I'm here live in person with two magnificent, wonderful people that I'm not going to tell you about because they're just so much more talented than I am. Yes, I can't give it up, but I'm going to have to, and we're going to be bringing on a couple great people. I do want to say a couple of things here real quick, and that is we are on Instagram Live at Jesse Torrero. YouTube, we want to build that up. Subscribers, come on in. Membership is free. Going to be a lot of giveaways starting this month. Going to give away some money, moolah, dinero, some cash in the hand. That's what I'm going to do. That's right. So you want to go to YouTube /Jesse Torrero. Start registering in and subscribing. I'll let you know more details about that. Also, Facebook.com /Jesse Torrero. That's where you can catch us right now. In fact, we're on right now. I'm trying to get us going right now on that. But, of course, we are always on www.thepowerofvoices.com, our global radio network, the giant radio network of the Power of Voices. Download that free app for Android and Apple. Oh, man, there's about 70 shows there, and it's happening, baby. You got something for everybody's taste and talent. And I love that late-night taste and talent that they got cooking up here after I leave. Oh, my goodness, I just get them going. That's what I do, and it takes over after about 8 o'clock here. So you got to check that out, get that free app, and make that happen. And all that good stuff. Thanking the folks for coming in yesterday for Roundup Wound Up. What a crazy show that was. My goodness, I listened to it. I watched it. Lots of reviews on it. It was off the wall, just kind of off the wall. And appreciate Harley Whalen for checking in. Harley, director, writer, producer, great actor. He played a couple of his trailers, which was real cool. Thanks a lot, Harley, for checking in. I kind of like Indians myself. There was a joke there somewhere, at least in my mind. You know, I've been appealing to myself since I was a little boy, and I'm not going to extrapolate on that at all because I do have the very beautiful and distinguished and talented young actress who's been at it for some time, and she's about ready to make the big time. In fact, she's already scooting up into those big films. And I got to bring on Lauren Ledesma. Now, did I correctly say the name?
You did.
Lauren Ledesma, everybody.
Well, not so much like Sophia Loren, just Lauren.
Oh, Lauren?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not as cool.
Oh, well, I like it.
Thank you.
You also need to know she's an Indian.
Are you an Indian?
I'm not an Indian. No,
You're a native.
Well, you know, and yes, I'm a part, you know, Native American, indigenous to the states.
Well, that's very cool. So am I. You know, down on the Brownsville border of Texas, my family came over from Spain, and then they had little runts in that area, and they got mixed up with the local indigenous people there, and that's where the family tree got the indigenous people.
So we actually might be related.
I know we are.
Sister. No.
Sister.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, because that's my family was in Texas before it became a part of the U.S. So
how did I know that? How do I know these things?
You read her Bible.
I did.
We spoke before. No, I'm just kidding.
Just be quiet.
No.
I want to feel like I'm a genius, you know? Clairvoyance.
I think we talked about Tex-Mex and queso, you know.
Yeah, Brownsville, Texas. Tex-Mex.
Hand in hand.
Yeah, but so that's cool. I told you I liked Indians. Yes, okay. And to the left of this beautiful, talented actress, and we're going to play our trailer, which you're going to tell me about in a second. But I got to tell you, this gentleman to the left, he has been just one of the greatest casting directors in this business. He's just wonderful. He's worked with everybody. He knows everybody. And I even read for him early on, but he never picked me for anything. But that's okay. He's here with me now, and I love him very much.
I didn't know that you were going to grow up to be you.
I don't think I knew it either. And quite frankly, I don't think I've grown up yet, actually. You can ask Lee that. I kind of get myself into some little problems here or there because of my fast-talking mouth. But I did talk myself out of a ticket the other day. But anyway, I want to bring on Gerald Wolf, man. Jerry Wolf, everybody. Way out there holding down the fort on the left-hand side. All right, Jerry.
Thank you very much.
And he's a master of many stories and just terrific as we bring you up on Instagram right here. We're going to be doing that as I'm talking. Yes, I can do several things at once. It's pretty unbelievable that I can do that. Oh, Mellow Man Ace. Used to bring him out in the concert. Mellow Man Ace. There we go. Oh, stop that. Come on, baby. Come on. No, I don't want you there. I want you there like this. Okay, where are we at? Oh, you know what they do to us? They change these sites every now and then when you count on something happening and it doesn't happen, then you have to kind of think, and that's hard for me. So tell me about you, Lauren. Tell me about you. Your photos are beautiful. You look just like you do in your photos. You got those beautiful freckles, which give you that Irish kind of look. You have that you're like a black Irish, you know? Right?
Yes, yeah. Sure. Except I don't think the black Irish were historically black. I think it was.
Weren't.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. But I get where you're going. Yeah.
Because of the dark colors.
Yeah.
Because of dark eyes and dark hair. And they became black Irish because of the Spaniards, actually. When the Spaniards came over and infiltrated that area.
Yeah.
They spread the blood.
Well,
and the Muslims and the Islam.
Yes.
The Moors spread into that part of the Brittany Isles. So.
Yes. Well, I am. We're like a quarter. We're a small percentage of Anglo-Saxon Irish, so that might also attribute to the freckles. But
so what happens to you in summertime? Your freckles get together and make other freckles. That's how you get a tan.
Yeah, and then it was actually funny. Like growing up, like I didn't really wear makeup until I put on makeup for you guys today.
You did?
I did. But it was funny growing up most of my life. I didn't wear makeup, and then when I started to, the mascara would get a little on my face or eyeliner would get on my face. Sometimes I'd be there, just trying to like scratch at it, and then I was like, oh, that was a freckle that came from the sun. So I sometimes make myself bleed. And
really?
Yeah.
So you're truly auburn hair and green eyes, right?
Yeah, naturally. It's amazing what hair and makeup. It was my hair and makeup people. They're waiting outside.
Yes.
I'll be up there in a minute for last looks.
Yeah, get that little shine down a little bit. That's right, absolutely.
My rosacea's flaring up.
Yes, you do have very rosy cheeks.
I do,
too.
yes.
You blush a lot.
I do.
Yes, that's not makeup, that's you.
That's me.
That's right. So, acting. Why acting? I mean, you could be doing anything you want to do.
Yeah.
But acting, what did that bite you when you were a kid?
Yeah, I used to run around the house, and I used to tell my grandma, I'd say, I'm going to be a model one day, I guess, because that was, the age of the supermodels, and, I wanted to be in a magazine, and I was always very, very precocious. And then I was about third grade, we got a drama department in our elementary school.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah, and I was cast as Tweety Bird.
Can you do Tweety Bird?
Yeah. Let me see. This is actually my first line when I walked out on stage. It was for the talent show, and it was like Space Jam theme, and it was like, I thought a putty tat. I did do a putty tat.
Yeah, you're hired. That's right. You do sound like Tweety Bird.
Well, yeah. And then my mom made me this cardboard Tweety Bird cutout with my face.
Oh, that's funny. That's straight out of a commercial.
Yeah,
that's funny.
yeah. So I kind of fell in love then, and I was, it was just always one of those things that I just loved being in front of people and telling stories. And I remember as a little girl, I had like these Barbie mansions, and I would have ongoing stories, and I'd have 20 Barbies, and I'd sit there with voices and these crazy storylines, and then they'd go to sleep, and then I'd wake up the next day, and then I'd start my story, continuing my story with my Barbies, like
we are related. We are definitely, yes, but I didn't do it with Barbies, thank goodness, yes. But I used to like to take all the clothes off of Barbie.
Yeah.
I don't know. What can I tell you? I'm sorry, okay? I can't help but being me, Jesse T. I got to tell the truth. It's built into me. Thank you very much. Quit shaking your head on me.
I actually think I have a really bad story about something like that, too.
Yes, I do, too. But you know what I used to do? The little green army men. Remember those little green army men?
G.I. Joes.
G.I. Joes. My mother used to, when I would come home crying, because nobody wanted to play with me when I was 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah.
Right? My mom would say, you don't need anybody. Just go out in the backyard and play with your dog, Penny. Have some pomegranates and play with your army guys. So I would go out there and I would have all kinds of things with my army guys, talking to different languages and voices and all that stuff. Yeah, that was we're related.
Yeah, yeah, that or kindred spirits or spirit animals or
maybe so.
Something.
Oh.
There's a soulful connection right there.
I don't know. I'm gonna get myself in trouble here. Absolutely. Jerry, how you been, man?
I actually am very good.
Yeah? You're looking great.
Physically, I feel about as good as I felt in a couple of years.
So you're coming back strong.
Yeah. Thank God.
Right. And you said you were working on a casting. You were doing a casting today.
Actually, we're doing a casting session on a film that this young lady is in.
Nice.
It's called Zed.
Oh, really?
And I'll let her tell you about it.
No.
Is that anything like Ted?
No.
Oh, okay. Or no, it's not a talking.
No, it's I feel like he might be more apt. I don't know what I can or can't say.
You can say anything you like.
Oh, I haven't signed an NDA yet, so. But
You tell him that you want him to give me $25, okay? Okay. Jerry, I didn't say anything. I know.
I didn't hear it either.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun. It's kind of a comedic little horror film.
Right.
Zombies.
Oh, I like that. Comedic, horror, and zombies.
Yeah.
What a mixture.
Yeah.
And guess what Lauren plays?
I don't know, but, you could be my comedy zombie that's all horror anytime.
She plays
a horror.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say a horror. You thought, golly, gee.
That last syllable was a little hard to get. Was a little rough, stumbling out of your mouth.
But I got it, though. Horror. Yes. Sorry, Jerry.
That's okay. She plays a drunk teacher.
Yeah.
You're a drunk teacher?
Yeah.
Sounds like most of my teachers.
I mean, kids these days, right? It's
You know what? I don't get this, and we got to play your trailer, your video. That's all hooked up, so you got that going for us in a second. But I don't get this. When I was in high school and middle school, right? Mm-hmm. All my teachers were just butt ugly. I mean, they look like teachers that you would think would look like, with the things up to here and the stick and the old gray hair, right? But now the teachers are hot.
Most of them.
I wouldn't say. I mean, I feel like there's a fine line here. I feel like there's some hot teachers, but for the most part,
yeah.
I didn't have to. I didn't have too many of those.
I had a teacher named Blanche Baumhash.
Blanche Baumhash?
That was her name, her real name.
Wow.
And she was so damn pretty. The guys used to go home. Never mind.
Okay.
I can't tell that story.
We can't talk about that. Thank you very much. Saying hi to Eric. Cy Richardson. Cy Richardson is
Hey,
on.
Cy, how are you? Haven't seen you in years.
Yeah, he's Louis DeStefano's on with us. Paul Robinson. Also, people checking in. Eddie Lindrum. These Instagram names are so goofy. Manny K Security. Pleasant something. Okay, Princess. And Olga Helm. That's like a Viking name. She's even got a mask on. Oh, my God. Maybe she should be the vampire comedian. Thank you. Yes. All right. So people are checking in. Cy and I go back a long ways. What a great actor. What a nice man. And it's funny that Jerry and I have a lot of connections together, people that we know. But, in meeting him this last year or so and kind of rekindling that, it's amazing how many people he knows that I know well. He knows more people than me, but the ones that I know well, he knows. And it's like, wow, Cy, Tom, this guy. Wow. How do it's great stuff, man.
It's like 6 degrees of separation with Kevin Bacon, although it's like 2 with Jerry.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. So tell me about this trailer that you got going on here. Is this from Zed?
No.
Okay.
No, this is my little raunchy comedy
And she means raunchy.
and I mean raunchy, so anybody.
Are you very seductive and very sultry in this?
In these moments, no, I'm a little crazy. But it was inspired a little bit by a true story, and then it's kind of a gender reversal.
Really?
Yeah. So.
So it's got all the topics of the day, 2018. Because there's a lot of people out there that are gender reversal right now. I like the way that's put, though. I'm going to use that. Gender reversal. Absolutely. That's a good one. I like that one. I'm going to steal it, okay?
Okay, you can have it.
Thank
Just
you.
give me credit.
Oh, God.
Associate producer, something small.
I
don't need a
nothing
lot.
for free these days. But so is this from something that's out there now, or is it about to be released? Or
No, I had a screening. Actually, I had a screening about a year ago, and I was encouraged to do some film festivals. But with other films and other things taking off, the film festival route's just
right.
It's a lot of work, and
It is.
I kind of delved a little into it, and then actually I think I had to go film. So
Well, that's always nice.
Yeah.
What a thing to do. I got to go make a film. Sorry, guys. I got to leave you right now. Okay, so the name of this is?
It's called Flipside.
Flipside.
Yes.
Okay, and starring you.
It's starring me. I wrote, produced, and acted in it.
You're
yeah.
like a triple threat here, huh?
I try.
Wow. Very cool. You want to let me borrow $25? I'm trying to get $25 from somebody.
I'll give it to you.
Will you give it to me? Okay, thank you. God, see, if I ask enough, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. Remember that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I don't have $25. Okay. All right. Thank you. Let's play this and check it out right now, guys. Enjoy it.
Did you just fucking fart?
Chill out, okay? It slipped, all right? Look, it was just so good. Like,
Roles reversed, your dick would be softer than Charmin in 2 seconds flat, and you would never let me forget it.
Look at just remind me never to fart. Okay, thank you very much. That brings out the aggression in this woman. I'm telling you, you can lead my army, and I'll make them all fart for you, and then I know I will win. That is fun.
Thank
I
you.
mean, how many people really have been in that situation in their life? Everybody has to some degree. That's funny.
Yeah, so which is actually somebody we know, and I'm sure you know, older woman. She came up to me after the screening, and she is an amazing person. I'll give you names later, but she came up to me and she goes, "That reminds me of this one time in college," and I was like, "Oh my God!" But it's that was the point too. Is it's so universal. I mean, it's even now. You're in relationships, and it's like. The things you can and can't do, and that are unacceptable and acceptable. Like,
well, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something, okay? I know Mama T since I was 15 years old. Yeah. Okay, and Mama T, she's been a part of my life for 43 years. All right, well, 42 years. I better get that right. Anyway,
don't age yourself.
As I've been married for almost 30 years.
Yeah.
Now, right. I do anything now. I fart. My wife farts. Mama T farts. Everybody.
No.
Oh,
Don't call her out.
I mean, we burp. As time goes on.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine,
It
but
just doesn't matter.
yeah, but
Did I just get in trouble again? Oh God. Yes.
yeah, but yeah. So it was,
The worst.
the taboo.
The flip side of this is that, like, you're the aggressive one, right? You're You're like the man in this relationship with this man, right?
Yeah.
And he's like the passive, subordinate relationship, part of the relationship on the flip side. Is that kind of what it's about?
Kind of. It's that he does this and without thinking, and and just kind of like if women though, Mama T is very fortunate, but some guys like just when I used to date, and I'm now married, but
Right.
when I used to date, just the things that were acceptable, like dating behavior, and even still, as being married, there's some things, some things you want to keep, the propriety of, and
Right.
then that you just couldn't do as a woman.
No, I remember when I was dating.
Or even now, like, sometimes my husband does things and I'm like, if I were to do that, you want to remain attracted to me. So,
Well, I kind of like it,
you like it dirty.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you very much. Just go out and jump in the mud today. Let's go out and have a
I
mud.
knew you were going there.
You knew it, right?
I knew you were going
Well, she was setting it up, so she drops the anchor. I'm going to climb down.
I know. Well, I knew when he asked, what we're gonna show. I was like, all right, this just opens the door for anything and everything.
But actually, it's fun because that's where we can laugh at. We can laugh at the human nature and how we try to hide it. And as an actor, you get to play off that in a way in which it makes the audience really believe and relate to that. And they look at each other as they're driving home or in the movie theater, right? It's like,
yeah. We had that awkward moment once. Yeah.
Yes, right. And so that's a fun thing about it. Well, I'd like to see that really expand into something. I'd like to see that the thing take off. I think it would be really a popular.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Well, and I wrote it. I have very male-oriented humor, and so when I was like consulting, and it's finished, so you can view it.
Where can we see it?
You can see it on my Vimeo page.
Oh,
you can
great.
just go to Lauren Ledesma, and you'll see one of the captions that just says flip side.
Are you selling it for views like on iTunes and stuff?
No, I did submit it to a women's oriented website that was supposed to promote independent women filmmakers, and I never heard back, which I was really upset about, because I was like, especially the person who started this website, I was like, man, this is so up your alley, like. So I was a little offended, but
well, you see, you got to put together a team of guys that'll go and take care of you.
Yeah.
They kind of go in there and open the doors for you. Hey, wait, come on.
Yeah.
What's wrong with
you
you?
from Brooklyn?
Yeah, that's right. I'm from Brooklyn. Yeah. Well, I could be from the West. That's right, from Wyoming, and drive a cowboy. Where are you from?
Texas.
So, do you like Texas?
I do. I think it's harder to go back now. It's very close-minded.
I say that out of all love because I've gone back and forth on Texas with groups that I've had, recording artists, and driving across Texas in a bus, it's like never ends. It never ends.
I know.
And everything is so far away from everything.
Yeah.
And I wasn't about to fly in a Buddy Holly plane, the twin turbo 8-inch. That's not for me. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But it's a big state.
It is. I love it. I have so much love. I always tell people I'm kind of like a Willie Nelson, like a cowgirl hippie.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I love
your boots.
Thank you. Those are actually Australian.
Yeah, check out these boots.
Do you want me to? Should I lift?
Yeah, look at that boot, baby.
R.M. Williams, I'm representing.
That's nice, man. Is that a sharp boot? I love boots. I always wear boots. I got boots on, but I don't have those boots.
Yeah,
on today. Those are very cool.
Those boots were made for walking.
And that's what they're going to do. These boots are going to walk all over you.
But after the show.
Really?
No.
I did not have any beans today. I want you to know that.
I just kicked him. He didn't see.
I kind of like that. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, when you get to be my age, you take anything you can get. So when you get to be Jerry's age,
what are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't, because, yeah, well, right. But what happens as you get older, you get better.
Yeah, it's like an aged wine, like a fine wine.
No, but between the age of like 45 and 65,
Yeah.
those are some tough years for a guy. They are. But above 65 to like 103, those are good years.
Yeah.
It's gotten down to where I really don't care what I say. Because
That's right.
what are they going to do to me?
Right.
Yeah,
But,
sometimes you have to do this, though.
Yes. My father says, right, my Spanish-Italian father from Chicago, he says, hey, what are they going to do to me? 3 hots and a cot? Right? They're going to throw me in jail? I'm 86 years old. 3 hots and a cot.
You know where I got that from? And here goes one of my stories. I was at George Burns' 99th birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked in, and there were a whole bunch of young girls there. They were friends of the family and a whole bunch of people that you would never believe. And George is running around and he's grabbing their ass and he's squeezing. And I looked at him. And Maury Amsterdam, God rest his soul.
Oh, yeah, what a great guy.
Maury didn't know from those things. He's the cleanest guy you ever met in your life. Maury says, tell him he's going to go to jail. And I walk over to George Burns and I tap him on the shoulder and I said, George, Maury tells me to tell you you're going to go to jail. He says, I'm 99 years old. What are they going to do? Kill me?
Man, it's so right. It is so true. And especially when you talk to the old timers like that, it's just, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
What are you going to do to me that hasn't been done to me already?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you're really gonna hurt me in some ways. I got people calling me on phones that they shouldn't be calling me on. That happens all the time. During the show, everybody wants to talk to me. I don't know why.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Especially when I forget that you're on from 5 to 6 tonight.
Well, Jerry, I'll take your call anytime. That's right.
Actually, you have.
Yes, absolutely. No problem. If I don't take your calls because I'm sleeping and I can't hear the phone, it's in the other room.
But you never sleep.
Well, that's true. I don't. I stay up. I'm like
a vampire.
I'm an ever-ready battery bunny. I just keep on going.
I called him. I think I called you the other day at like 8:30 in the morning or 9 o'clock, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And you told me you just got in from a run of...
Oh, yeah, I was collecting. Yeah, I was collecting. I was going and talking to people that... I can't say too much about that, but there's this guy I know. I've known his family ever since I was a little kid, and his father lends money to gamblers. Now, he passed away. All the gambling casinos over in Maywood and stuff, all those casinos along the freeway, this guy lends money to gamblers. His father started this business when those casinos opened up back in the late 50s and 60s. And so he inherited the business. I kind of grew up with the guy. I know him. And from time to time, I go out
and collect
debts. But I'm not the muscle. No, I'm the guy that just kind of, hey, here's a guy's business card, and I encourage you to take care of this business, and you can take care of it right now if you want to, and if you don't want to, that's fine. I mean, not here for any trouble, and I'm just letting you know that you could call them right now. And sometimes it gets they like to practice their English language on me, and I said, well, here's the real deal is real simple, that you'll never see me again. You won't see me again. Yeah. And you might see somebody else, but you're not going to see me again, right?
Does it ever get weird? I mean,
Yeah, not really. I'm really gentle.
Okay.
Yeah.
The door is always open, and the path is free to walk.
Okay, yeah, and yeah, it is, and so but anyway, I work once in a while. Yeah. I'll do that when he needs some help, and it's fun. Yeah, and anyway, the bottom line is this: I was working all night one night, and Jerry called me, and I just got in like 8:30 in the morning.
Oh my gosh!
And I didn't know.
No.
So you go like in the middle of the night, knock on their door. And...
No, I just basically do PI work.
Okay.
I follow them.
Okay.
Follow where they live and hang out, and then report back. Okay. I'm just like a private investigator, but I'm not licensed to do that, so I can't do anything. I just follow people.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. Yes, Well, you know, I am the director of Coalition Against Human Trafficking here in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
We laid a little bit low this last year because I'm going nonprofit. I've been footing the bill out of my pocket for almost 7-8 years, and so I'm taking it nonprofit. And so, but we're going to be back up on the scene this year and going after helping law enforcement and victims.
That's awesome.
To help them recover their lives and restart their lives. So, following people is not really a difficult thing for me.
You've had practice.
And I run really fast. Away. Absolutely. Okay. So, yes.
Zombies.
Zombies.
You're running.
Are you ready for the zombie apocalypse? Are you one of those people out of Texas that's like a person that is a survivalist and
I kind of am.
you like to
I
ride
do.
and shoot
I do.
and throw and
I always say I'm
hunt
kind of like an Annie Oakley, you know.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not like a Southern debutante
You're right.
belle. I'm more of like the Annie Oakley, like
yeah.
guns a-blazing.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, of course, yeah. I'm trying to get like my survival backpack ready and going, and my husband has a Ducati, so like we've already talked about it. We're like, if anything happens, like we're gonna, we're gonna pull it out of the garage, and you'll get on the, and I have my gear, so I'm like, we'll grab the backpack and we'll go. So, yeah, 100%.
Oh, I like this scene already.
I got a question, though.
Yeah.
Where you going?
I don't know. Down the 10, back to Texas. I don't know.
That's right. No, with a bike, you get off the main road as fast as you can. You don't want to stay on the main road because with a bike or motorcycle, you're going to be a target. Okay, you'll be a target real quick because bikes can go anywhere where the car can't and a truck can't go. So you're going to be a target. So the bike you should get is a bike that's like a dirt bike, so you can go up on the fire trails over the mountains, across the little streams and stuff like that. I'm one of those survivalists. I'm one of those the guys. Yes, we have a whole compound.
Really?
For 15 years.
I'd like to invite myself over so I can get some hot tips.
M35A2 military vehicles, what you need to buy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put it on my checklist.
A couple M35 and a couple Power Wagon Dodge 59s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
I have no idea.
In other words, it can go through anything.
Yeah.
Okay. And it also can burn anything.
Oh.
It burns whiskey for fuel. It could burn anything except aircraft fuel and keep going.
And do you have one of these?
Yeah, I've got a couple of them. Yeah. I've got enough food to last 20 years.
Okay.
In the deep underground bunker
so
of the Torrero compound.
So ask me where I plan on going again.
You got to find me first. Okay. You think I'm going to be around? You know, if that little fat rat bastard there in North Korea bombs us, you think I'm going to be around? Heck no. I'm either going to be disintegrated or I'm going to be moving, baby. That's right. Yeah. I just got to pick up one person.
Mama T?
Well, I got to pick up 2 people. Well, I got to pick up 4 people. No, the other 2 can get to me. That's their problem because they're old enough and they're far away.
Okay.
But, yeah. I don't know how we got on this topic, but it went real serious real fast.
Real fast.
But that's okay. I'm into that stuff, you know, because you never know. You got to be prepared for anything.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things when you come to Hollywood and you want to become an entertainer, you have to be prepared for this business and know that this is a pathway that you want to continue until it happens for you. That's really the key. And if you have that ability to have that journey be the enjoyable part, like Cy Richardson, my friend, says, I was up for La Bamba and Esai Morales got it, but Cy, I was really bummed out about it. And Cy said, well, that's your problem. You're too much worried about making money.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And I said, you're right. He said, why don't you just go be a plumber? You make a lot of money then.
Yeah.
Right? And he was right. He was dead right. He goes, the only thing that you have to worry about is when the time is right and the spotlight shines on you, you're ready, willing, and able to do what you need to do.
Here's a story from today,
yeah,
which I know Lauren doesn't know. We had a guy in who came in to read for one of the roles in Zed.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at me and he says to me, did I meet you with Kiefer Sutherland? And I said, well, maybe. I mean, I know Kiefer. He worked for me, he worked with me. And he looks at me, he says to me, I think I remember you. And I said, why would you remember me? He said, because I asked you a question and you gave me the funniest answer in the world. And I said, what question did you ask me? He says, well, I walked up to you and I said, what should an unknown actor do to prepare himself to become known?
Oh, that's interesting.
And I looked at him and I said, if I didn't say this, it's the only thing I can tell you. You have to be ready.
Yeah, that's the key. You never know when it's going to happen.
Don't give up.
That's the key.
That is the key.
You don't stop till you drop.
Yeah. And I got to tell you,
Everything I
I'm
have
very
has that kind of-
fortunate. I'm very fortunate in the fact that for years, I did my job. I had plenty of films made. But lately, I'm finding it much easier. Somehow, something happened in the last 8 months, I guess, that's greased the wheel. And I love all the people I'm working with now who have been in my life for 40 years
Right.
that are finally really coming to me with bunches of good projects.
Right.
And I can't mention a lot of them because
Sure.
I just shouldn't.
Right.
It's really interesting.
You never know when it's going to click. Remember the commercial, and I don't think you're old enough to remember the commercial, but
She's
you might
not
be.
old enough to remember television.
What's television?
Oh, really? We needed to go talk. I need to personally train you, okay? Thank you. Yes. And I'm cheap, and I am easy, okay?
Horror.
Horror. Yeah, that's a hard one for me. It really is. Well, the thing is that remember the commercial "Where's the beef"? That was that Whopper or Burger King?
Burger King.
Burger King. Where's the beef? There was a little old lady. She was in her 80s, and she was a contract player for one of the major studios for her whole life and her whole career.
Yeah.
When the studios had contracts and they had 600 people under the bill as actors, they always got paid every 2 weeks or a week, no matter what. Okay, and she retired. Had a whole career there, and then retired, and had a pension and the whole 9 yards. And then she got bored and decided that after 20 years of retirement, she wanted to go out and do some more stuff. And she started going out on commercials. And she was an older woman in her 80s. And she got this Whopper Burger King commercial. And her one line was, "Where's the beef?" Right?
Yeah.
An older woman talking about the beef.
Do you
so you
remember that?
I think I was really, really young, but
So
vague.
the double entendre there. Where's
Yeah.
the beef?
Yeah,
From an
yeah.
old, that was the sell, right?
Yeah.
And they dressed her up to look like a little old granny.
Yeah.
You know, and the whole night. She made all of her money from that 7-8 year run. That was their icon slogan for a decade.
Yeah.
And she was on Johnny Carson. Johnny Carson used to love her, brought her on all the time. Johnny Carson, for those who don't know, was one of the greatest talk show hosts of all time.
Not one of, he was.
Yeah, he was just the guy's timing and the guy's. He just, if you want to learn how to be a TV talk show host, watch Johnny Carson on Google and YouTube and stuff. Just copy him because he was just great. So, but she made a great career and she became a millionaire from the run of those
Where's
commercials.
the beef? Yeah.
But the story is that she spent her whole life just being a chorus girl, just being an extra.
Yeah.
Nothing big, nothing. She was never anything, just a job. You
Yeah.
go to work every day, right? But all of a sudden, it hits. You never know when
Yeah.
it's going to hit. And you can't be sad if it doesn't hit when you want it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
That's
you
the
can't.
key. Yeah.
You can't.
Appreciate the journey.
It's not how many times you get knocked down. It's how many times you get up.
Yeah, that's right. So do you like to box or anything like that? Are you an MMA girl?
Oh, here we go.
Actually, so I started stunt fighting. I guess it was last summer.
All right.
Yeah. So
I told her, I said, you're going to be doing a couple of martial arts pictures. And immediately she went out to learn how to do all this stuff.
That's a go-getter right there. That's right.
and I start training again just in class on Sunday.
And
actually.
you know who she takes lessons with?
Who could it possibly be?
John Crane.
Really?
Yeah.
Get out of
Yeah.
here. Wow. That's a good guy.
I love him. Yeah,
Yeah,
him and his partner Melissa.
Yeah.
Are, you know Melissa too.
Yeah,
they're the greatest.
They're fantastic.
Yes.
You got one of the best ones.
Yeah. They've.
Is it fun?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, John's brutal though. I'm a quick learner, and again, I am a go-getter. So.
Right.
He'd show me a move, and then he'd be like, "All right, we're gonna do it again. This time we're gonna film it," and and so of course I'd be like, really determined.
I like that. Can you do that again?
This is always stunt fight.
I like that. That's that your stunt woman face.
It is actually, yeah. And so because of that, so we get something, and I have this really ugly face that I do when I like stunt fight because I get so into it. Yeah. And we had to go back and take out some of that stuff on my stunt fighting reel because it was I usually don't wear much makeup anyway, even when I'm going to auditions and whatnot. But it was like 5:30 in the morning, like no makeup and like this.
Oh,
face.
I love that face.
It was And so I had to go back and I'd come in and be like, brush my hair, and I'd be like, all right, like, can we refilm that? Can we redo that?
I'm gonna put you on the spot now.
Yeah.
Okay? All right.
Oh, I haven't been training in a few months.
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Okay.
Give me the mean stunt woman, the mean stunt fighting face.
Do you want like my ugly one that I would do naturally, or the one where I'm like trying to be like?
No. The ugly one where when someone cuts you off in the middle of the road or something. The ugly stunt.
Oh,
fighting.
I'm like, fuck you.
Oh yeah. Well, she added a little bit to that. And I like that.
Sorry,
Yes. The problem is if you say it to the wrong guy, he'll say win, please.
Well,
thank you.
usually there's another word after that, so they know it's a distinctive, like not just a fuck you. It's like a fuck you. Whatever.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now
yeah.
give me the loving, compassionate face.
My loving, compassionate
Face, and you're in love for the first time.
Oh, okay. I know.
She remembers when she was in love with her husband for the first time.
I know.
Okay, give me the confused face when your husband completely confuses you and you can't figure out what he's trying to say.
My brows are furrowing a little.
I can see that. Right?
They're quivering a little.
Right. Give me the face that, hey, how come I don't get my money right now?
What?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm back in college doing like.
Give me the face that you give to Jerry when he sends you out on a party. He gives a party. You give it to Jerry, and you look at him and you go, "Did I get it?"
It's more like It's more like. So, when are we filming? When I start dates?
The nostrils are going already. Man. That's
I'm like, it's more like, so I really did okay? Are you sure I did okay?
Yeah, she's got the acting bug. Tweety Bird is coming out.
It's absolutely amazing how insecure most actors and actresses are.
Yeah, why is that?
Yeah, well, I always explain to people when you're a musician or a singer, you have a microphone or you have a guitar, but when you're acting, it's just you, and it really is one of the most vulnerable professions. I mean, it is like, as vulnerable as you can be in its entirety. Even if you're doing something that's funny, I mean, it is to literally, physically, emotionally put yourself out there without anything else in front of you, without, a mic to even, hide behind. It's.
Well, I saw one of the movies, Ed Losey. You know Ed.
Yeah, of course.
Ed Losey, and of course, James Franco won the Golden Globe Best Actor Award for Disaster Artist, which is about The Room, the world's greatest and worst movie ever
it's
made.
so funny. It's
and
so
Tommy
good.
Wiseau, right?
Yeah.
And I saw it for the first time. I saw the billboard on Sunset Boulevard forever and ever, $30,000 a month the guy was paying for that billboard. And so I went to see it at the last time it came out. And it plays once a month down on Sunset Boulevard. Yeah. And, people living the film like they do with the Rocky Horror Picture film. But you talk about a guy who laid it out, man.
Yeah.
And then he put it right out his whole right there and vulnerable. He just kind of was right there. I mean, that's kind of what it takes, though, to get that commitment from somebody else. They want to see that you're committed.
Yeah.
And I've been committed my whole life.
To the loony bin?
They finally told me the other day they were getting ready to commit me. I believe them too.
Yeah, God, you know, if that happens, I'll come visit you. I promise. Okay, that's all
Now,
right.
somebody actually had the audacity to say to me, "Why are you still living by yourself in an apartment? Why don't you move into the actor's old age home?"
Oh no,
I mean, you're out of your mind.
you got to be kidding me. That's a place where you go die.
That's right.
You know, my grandfather, he retired from Warner Brothers after 51 years, and he could have stayed on the lot for 71 years had he wanted to, but he talked himself into retirement. Anyhow, he only lived 18 months after he retired.
Yeah.
Because he had nothing to do.
Yeah.
I don't
Fell
know
apart.
the word retire. I really don't.
No, and actors don't ever retire because their careers continue to go on and on as their body and their, like Sally Kirkland. I mean, look at her. She's busy as all heck now.
Sally's such a hoot.
Yeah, I know.
Love that woman.
She's great. And she's just as busy as all heck right now. It's movie after movie after movie.
She's
Oh,
about to make it. She makes my point that you can come back.
Yeah, and she has.
Yeah.
I mean, she was gone
Do
for
you
10,
remember
15 years.
just a couple of years ago, she was voted the woman that was worst dressed at the Oscars.
I do.
You remember
I
that?
do, yeah.
With that crazy pink bouffant outfit.
Yeah,
that
I
she
mean,
had.
Was it for her when she was nominated for she did a screening for us with Walter, so I got to meet her, and we what was the movie she was nominated for?
The Academy Award?
Yes,
I
I'll
don't
tell you right now. In a
it's
second.
it's one word. It was when she was 40 when she booked it.
Yeah, I'll get it to you in a second. But she is the epitome of somebody
Yeah.
that has been able to last the test of time. Margaret O'Brien, another one,
I'm gonna
95
tell
years
you-
old.
I'm going to tell you
Nine-
something.
she
that-
won the Academy Award when she was 6 or 7 years old.
Wow.
I'm going to tell you something that I probably should keep my mouth shut on, but
Okay, I'm listening.
do you remember a TV show called Murder, She Wrote?
Oh yeah, come on, Angela.
Angela Lansbury.
Angela Lansbury, right?
She is 92 years old, and I'm looking to book her for the grandmother in Zed.
Wow,
And
Angela Lansbury.
yeah, I mean,
Wow.
when I heard that's who they wanted, I went, holy good
Wow.
God. I had
Wow.
a conversation with her manager, and he says, yeah, she'll do it, but you're going to have to pay her.
Yeah. Yeah.
He says she's got all her faculties. She absolutely wants to work.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell me what you want to pay her. And I went back to the guys, and she's not going to work for what they want to pay her. I mean,
No.
not going to happen.
No. No. Absolutely not. I mean, we have been talking on a couple of occasions here. We talked to the creator of the Love Boat, Geraldine Saunders.
Saunders, yeah.
And she's 95 years old. Just broke her leg. I hope it gets well and she recovers. But there's another woman of empowerment.
Yeah.
Because she came out of the Princess Cruise line when only men handled that position.
Wow.
And she was the first woman in the world for a major cruise line to be the director of that position that only men handled. She broke the barrier, and then eventually, 10 years after that, then she got up with Aaron Spelling, and they created
I
the
was
Love
going
Boat.
to say, I met her with Aaron.
Right.
May she rest in peace. Rosemary and she and I were. What's the matter?
No, it's okay. Anyway, Rosemary is another who she just passed away.
Just passed away.
That's
Believe
right.
me, I know it.
Yeah, we get sidetracked all the time in here. This stuff happens, you know.
It's okay.
We just keep going. We're like elephants, you know. Nothing stops us.
Yeah.
That's absolutely right. So now, where do you got going on now? What's happening? You got Zed coming that you're going to be working on, okay? And are you writing anything new now? Are you in the process of doing something like that again?
My other one is a little dark too. That I'm about 75% done with it, and it's another twisted, dark, raunchy thing. Maybe it says something about me. I don't know, but I'd like to do that. But also, we are in the pre-production stages of staging a play. So I can't, because we don't have the rights yet. We're about to file and try to acquire those. which we should. It should be fairly easy, but that'll hopefully go up in June. So we held a reading last week and to see how it would go over in the LA theater community. And the reception we had was wild, was insane, and was very positive. So hopefully by June we're going to do a limited run because it's a well-known playwright, and so I can't say anything again. I can't say anything. So yeah, so I think it'll go over well, and we want to stage some New York caliber theater here in LA, and
Mark Tate perform.
Well, we'll see. So that's the goal with this.
Right.
And
Actors Alley, El Patel Theater.
Yeah.
Gerald Charney was the director of Actors Alley way back when I was part of Actors Alley. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a great repertory company so you can reach out to.
Okay. Yeah. So
most people don't pronounce it the way you just pronounced it, though.
Really?
Repertoire.
El Portal.
El
yeah.
Portal.
Yeah, I know. Well, I used to pay 50 cents, take the bus down Lancashire and go catch a whole day worth of movies on Saturday, and hang out in there and hide from the ushers who would try to clear us out when we were little kids.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Well, that's the mischievous part of me in that respect. So now you're in LA. You're coming from Texas. You moved to LA. Were you married when you got to LA?
No.
Okay, so you fell in love with LA.
I fell in love in LA.
Oh, there's the voice. There it is. There it
Yeah,
is.
the one I couldn't do was the love one, right?
Yes, absolutely. That's right. You better. Otherwise, you get in trouble when you get home. Boy, that's good, huh? So you come to LA. All this new stuff is happening for you, and this new way of living is happening for you. That must have been a big change to go from Texas being single and crazy and wild and fun, right?
You nailed. Actually, yes.
I know. I know
was.
you. Yeah. In fact, I probably met you in Brownsville in 1982. In
not
1989.
so south.
How old were you? You were. Well, I was 29 in '89.
Where was I?
Where were you?
In what year?
1989.
Oh, I was here.
A lady
Yeah.
doesn't kiss and tell.
Yes.
I was in the womb. I was a
Yeah,
fetus.
you were.
I was a thought.
Yeah, you were still a thought. Oh, that's scary. That's right. You are a baby. That's right. You're only 19, right?
12.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Wait a second here. Okay. All right. Now, in 89, I was traveling around the country. I was working at a radio station. What were you doing in 89, Jerry?
I was here doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
He was actually literally right here doing what he's doing.
Yeah, that's right. This building wasn't here, but he was here.
He was here. It was a move. Like I said, it was a move I knew I was always making. I've done theater and acting since I was about 8, and went to college and had my minor in theater arts, and so it was just one of those things. And fortunately, I grew up with a mother who's quite liberal and progressive. I guess liberal is a dirty word now.
Oh, are you a lefty lunatic? Oh my goodness! Now we go. Oh, you guys are simpatico here, right?
Yeah.
Hi.
I don't kiss and tell.
Oh, we got to have her on Roundup, Jerry.
It's fine with me.
Yeah.
So my mom, we were raised very independently. She, again, quite progressive, especially for, Texas at the time. And, it wasn't scary. I would say the first week, I just drove around and got lost.
Right.
And that was a little, overwhelming, but it wasn't, I didn't have this, overwhelming emotion or like panic attack when I got here. So
right. It wasn't LA wasn't so bad.
It wasn't so bad, but like I said, I'd been saying I was going to move here since I was a little girl. And, it's kind of like when you normalize things, it doesn't seem as scary.
You like LA?
I love LA.
Yeah.
I do. I really think it's one of the most unique cities there is. I mean, just the diversity, and that's one thing that I love, and I really came to appreciate was just how diverse it was. Not just speaking racially, culturally, just even the neighborhoods. Even going from Brentwood to Santa Monica to Culver City, you kind of appreciate LA for the pockets that it has,
right.
And separate from, again, all of those things. Right. It's really unique, and even the neighborhoods like the West Hollywood neighborhoods off of like Fountain Avenue, they're you look at that, and then you go a mile to east, and you're at Hollywood Boulevard, which is horribly dirty, and you're like, I mean, it's just lacks trees.
It's clean now compared to what it was in the 80s.
So I've heard.
Yeah. I mean, in the 80s, that place was Sticky City.
Yeah,
Literally.
yeah. You didn't go there.
Right,
yeah.
absolutely.
Well, you still don't go there as a native or as a local.
Depends what you were looking for.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes. If you were looking for Scientologists, that's where you go. That's right. Yes. Have you had a run-in with Scientologists?
I haven't. There's an actor I admire who was doing a show there, and I got an invite to
go
at
the Scientology theater, right down from the Chinese.
The one by Franklin.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Celebrity Center.
The Celebrity Center. Yeah,
yeah.
he's a well-known actor. And anyway, so I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I would love to go see him perform. And then my friend was like, well, it's there. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I was like, I have a dinner plans, but thank you.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Well, they are what they are.
Yeah. To each their own, as long as you don't harm anyone.
Yeah. Well,
I had a friend named Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper. I loved
Piper.
him. One of my favorite wrestlers in WWF.
One of my closest friends.
One of the greatest fight scenes in film ever.
Oh, they live.
Yeah, that was like a 30-minute fight scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, great.
What is it?
Roddy Piper.
Yeah, I've heard him speak of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Roddy
decide. Oh, by the way, you know who's bringing back a little bit of his memory and his name?
Who?
Ronda Rousey.
Oh, yeah.
It's Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
Oh, she's going to use that icon in the WWE?
He told her it was okay to use the Rowdy.
Before he passed away.
And he gave her his motorcycle jacket, and he gave her his boots, and he gave her his shirts. And Rhonda wore it the other night, and I went, oh, my God.
Yeah.
And then, of course, his son calls me and tells me, we're keeping my damn father's name alive.
Yeah, what a great guy. I love
talking.
Terrific, entertaining wrestler. One of the best.
Great. Anyway, so where was I going with that?
Something about
Scientology.
Yeah.
So Roddy's walking down Hollywood Boulevard with me.
Oh no! The
guy comes up to him and says, "Have you ever heard of Scientology? Would you like to come in and try?" And I look at Roddy. Roddy looks at me. I said, "Don't do it, Roddy. Don't do it." He says, "No, we're going to go do it." Roddy walks into Scientologist. I don't go in.
Yeah.
I did not go in.
Yeah.
He was in there for all of about 5 minutes.
Right.
I said, what the heck happened? He said, they asked me what about my life I wanted to change, and I said nothing. They asked me if there was something I wanted to make better in my life, and I said no. And
yeah,
I guess they had nothing to work on me for, so they told me to get out of here.
I when I was 17 years old, I got sucked into that across from Michelli's where the Scientology theater is, and I was picking up my suit for my graduation in high school, and I wasn't tailored yet. I was just finishing it up, so I was walking down there, and the pretty girl out front grabs me and pulls me, and I'm 17. Hey, no problem. Yeah. So they sit me down. They run the questionnaire by me, and then they go talk to some other guy who comes out from behind the door, and he's got a suit on, and they're all dressed the same like robots. Mm-hmm. And he takes me over to this other room, and he starts talking to me, and I realize that, okay, I get it now. I'm gonna have some fun. So I became the most psychotic, destructive person in words that you could become, meaning my father raped me, my mother raped me, my father beat my mother chased after dogs and liked to eat them, and all this stuff. And they did satanic things in front of my living room and seanced in nakedness and all this. And they thought that they thought that I was just insane. And I was dribbling on my shirt and the whole 9 yards. I was just having fun with them. So
that makes them want you even more.
Oh, they wanted me, baby.
Yeah.
I just wanted the girl.
I know. Did you see that what they did this last Christmas? They had 6. I don't know what to call elves, dancers.
Yeah, I know.
What the heck were they?
Hey, we're coming to the end of the show right now, and we got the music up under here. Lorraine Ledesma, Zed.
Lauren.
Why do I call you Lorraine?
That's actually my mother-in-law's name.
Okay. See, I know so much about you don't even know. Lauren Ledesma, thank you very much. Slap me right here. Slap me, slap me, slap me. Slap me. Okay, thank you. Lauren Ledesma, everybody. And look for her in a lot of great projects coming out. Her IMDb site, go check her out. She's got some great credits. Jerry Wolf, what can I tell you, brother? Thanks a lot for coming in, bringing
Always
this
a pleasure.
beautiful lady in with us.
Always a
You are terrific. You've got it going on, girl.
Oh, thank you.
You know, you're gonna be a big star, and you are a star in my eyes already.
Oh,
That's right. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna send Mama T away and your husband, and you and I are just gonna become
in love. Oh, are we still going?
Yes, we are. The Jesse T Show, right here. Monday through Friday. The Brown Beauty's off duty. See ya! Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to go get some Italian food. Is that what we're going to go do now? Yeah, okay. Dan's my guy that goes out. He's one of my